Good afternoon. When I ran for president 4 years ago, I pledged to end welfare as we know it. I have worked very hard for 4 years to do just that. Today, the Congress will vote on legislation that gives us a chance to live up to that promise. To transform a broken system that traps too many people in a cycle of dependence to one that emphasizes work and independence. To give people on welfare a chance to draw a paycheck, not a welfare check. It gives us a better chance to give those on welfare what we want for all families in America, the opportunity to succeed at home and at work. For those reasons, I will sign it into law. The legislation is, however, far from perfect. There are parts of it that are wrong, and I will address those parts in a moment. But on balance, this bill is a real step forward for our country, our values, and for people who are on welfare. For 15 years, I have worked on this problem as governor and as a president. I've spent time in welfare offices. I have talked to mothers on welfare who desperately want the chance to work and support their families independently. A long time ago, I concluded that the current welfare system undermines the basic values of work, responsibility, and family, trapping generation after generation in dependency and hurting the very people it was designed to help. Today, we have an historic opportunity to make welfare what it was meant to be, a second chance, not a way of life.
She lives in a beautiful waterfront home on Lake Washington, yet she is on welfare assistance.
Now, federal agents have moved in to put a stop to it. Chris Ingalls has the exclusive story of this fraud case that raises a lot of questions, Chris.
Yeah, Lori Dennis, question number one is why is the government sending a $1,200 a month housing voucher to a woman who lives in $1 million plus home? In her application for benefits, the woman was truthful about her address, a gorgeous Lake Washington home that agents raided yesterday. Not the place where you would expect to find a down-on-her-luck welfare recipient. But newly unsealed court documents say a woman who receives state and federal welfare payments has been living on this waterfront property since 2003. Property records show the 2,400 square foot home with gardens and big view windows is valued at $1.2 million. When she applied for benefits, the woman receives each month a voucher for $1,272 to pay her rent. On top of that, she gets federal and state cash payments for a disability and even a monthly allotment of food stamps. Future.
Now, Chris, do we know why this went on for, 8 years? And no one knew that this was a really ritzy address?
Yeah, so I spoke with a federal official late today about that, and he says the housing voucher program is designed to get people out of housing projects and get them money so they can live in a place that they're choosing, a good thing. The flaw, this official admits, is the program doesn't analyze where they're living.
It's now common knowledge that our welfare system has itself become a poverty trap, a creator and reinforcer of dependency.
One mother and 12 young children. They have no food, no clothes, no shoes, and no place to go after getting evicted. The Tampa mom says she's asked for help, but to no avail. Did the system fail her? That's what 8 on Your Side wants to know. News Channel 8 Jeff Patterson is in our Tampa newsroom with a story that has many different turns. Jeff?
Indeed it does, Gail. Angel Adams says her children are a gift from God, but now she needs help caring for them. Adams is blaming the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office Child Protection Team and others for her problems.
In my case, they done been in my life 6 months and I'm homeless.
37-year-old Angel Adams blames the system for her problems, a system of social service agencies trying to help her. Adams has 15 children, 12 who are now living with her in this small motel room. While we were in the room, the children had no food available, no shoes, and Adams says they haven't had a change of clothes in more than 3 days. A concerned employee of the motel called us after seeing her plight. Landlords recently evicted Adams and her children from this Tampa apartment after discovering she was living there with her 12 children. The kids' clothes, books, toys, and furniture are now out on the curb, picked over by scavengers. The building's owners say they gave ample warning to Adams, warnings they say she chose to ignore.
We tried to help them, and I think several other agencies, you know, with the paying of her rent and the paying of her utilities and stuff, you know, did more than their part.
But Adams says her life didn't start to fall apart until social service agencies got involved. Her fiancé, Gary Brown Sr., the man who fathered 10 of her 15 children, was arrested, and Adams says she was left with nothing.
I don't have any clothes. People been donating food just around here, just helping me out with food, and I don't have anything.
We called the Department of Children and Families to see what they've been doing to help. DCF says Hillsborough Kids Incorporated has been helping by paying Adams rent, even providing her furniture. Adams says it isn't enough.
Somebody needs to pay for all my children, and mine and Gary, all our suffering, somebody needs to be held accountable